Hi guys, we're here at the Advanced Radio headquarters, and this guy, Brendan, is going to show you how to update your iCharger 2 to a 4S stack, or in the case of a Pocket, a 3S or a 4S stack.
Yep, so if we pan down here...
Oh, back down?
Yep,
right.
We've got a standard iCharge 2, as you can see it's got the 3 stacks, and we're going to show how to increase it to a 4 stack. This can be done with either a 2S board, so a black board, or a 2S and 3S board, which is an ECU board.
Okay, so this one's for the Turbine guys. Oops, sorry, I just bumped that. And this one's for your stock standard non-turbine 2S receiver packs. Yep?
Correct, yes.
All right, so what's the installation, and these are, what, brass standoffs, are they?
100%. So when you buy an additional stack, it'll come with 4 pieces of insulation and 4 brass standoffs.
Okay.
We'll go into where these are used a little bit later in the video. So panning back to the iCharge 2, this is powered now. So the first step obviously is to disconnect the power, make sure there's no batteries plugged in or any power source plugged in.
All right.
Before we make a change.
While you're doing that, I'll just talk about these ones. So these come preset, ready to drop in. You don't have to set any configuration. They're configured at the factory. Okay, so Brendan's now here. Okay, what have we got to do?
Yep, so the iCharge has been unpowered. You can see there's 4 screws on the top here.
Yep.
Okay, these are actually a 1.5mm head. So we get a 1.5mm driver, and we just undo these 4 screws to start with.
So they're probably going to be fairly tight because they're used for the conducting of the main power into the charger.
Correct,
okay.
Yeah. So if they're a little bit tight, that's not too much to worry about. Do try and remember how tight they are, because you will need to put the these screws back in after you've finished upgrading the stack as well.
Right.
There we go. So all 4 screws have been removed. Now don't throw these away, you will need these later.
Okay, so the 4 screws are there.
Yep.
All right, so what do? We just pop it off?
Yep, pull it off.
Just gently pull it off.
Vertically.
And you'll notice here, people, that there are some vertical pins.
Yep.
Make sure you don't bend these pins.
Mm-hmm.
All right, these pins are very important for the operation of the charger.
So I'll turn it sideways, and you'll notice that they are quite vertical there.
And if you look at this new stack, all right.
Here we go. You'll notice that it's got the same pins on top.
Okay, so really simple. All you do is you drop it on top.
Yep. So make sure that the header there lines up with the pins here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's easy if you just turn it sideways. There we go. Done.
Okay, so that's now in place.
Yep.
Good.
And that will line up the 4 screw holes as well.
Righto. What do we do next?
So next we add the brass standoffs to support the screen. And we'll just do those as touch tight to start with. Find it easier if you get them all started first and then tighten them up with a tool. So to tighten these up, you can use either a 5mm hex driver, which I've got here, or a 3/16 driver. Here we are. So grab the 5, do them up. So make sure they're snug, not over tight.
They're brass, so you can break them if you put a lot of force on them. They don't need a great deal of force, just enough to make contact with the board, because they pass the 12 volts into each stack for the charger to operate.
Correct.
Okay, what do we do next?
So we double check that this has been aligned properly. Make sure that they're all nice and snug.
Mm-hmm.
Then we add the 4 pieces of insulation, 1 to each standoff. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go.
All right.
So same thing as when we install the additional stack. Make sure that the plug header here lines up with the pins there. And it's easier to do if you hold the charger on its side. Okay.
Yep.
You should see that the 4 holes line up there. And lucky you didn't throw away the screws, because you're going to need them in the next step. So the screws that you took out, pop them back in. Tight as they were when you undid them.
Okay, so just nip them up snug.
Yep.
There you go.
So
Don't over tighten them.
Here we go.
No need to over tighten them.
Usually do with 2 fingers.
All right.
Check and check. Okay.
Okay, so what do we do next? Power up and test?
Now we've got a 4 stack board, and without any batteries connected, we plug in the power, into the DINS connector at the back and turn the power supply on.
And the screen will automatically update, and it shows you B1, B2, B3, B4. In other words, stack 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you've just created a 4-stack charger from your 3-stack charger.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Yep.